Welcome to the tour of the Henderson's Open Range RV for sale. As you can see, starting right off the bat, there's dual propane tanks. There's an electric jack on the front that also has a light on it so that you can see in the dark. There's an equalizer hitch on here as well. This hooks directly onto your bumper pole, and these go into the bumper pole, and we're including that in it. That's a pretty expensive item upgrade to begin with. The batteries are actually Trojan batteries. They are golf cart batteries, and they're in terrific shape, and they hold the charge like nobody's business. As we pull away a little bit here, you'll see there's a front compartment here. This compartment actually goes all the way straight through to the other side, and I'll show you the other side shortly. This is actually also a storage compartment for the ladder in the back window if you choose to put it in there. Let me back up a little bit. This is slide number 1. Inside this is the bedroom slide, and underneath the bedroom slide is lots and lots of storage space. That bag on the left is actually the original drapes that were in here, and on the right is a box with a brand spanking new paddle fan. When I took it to the manufacturer repairs for an upgrade a couple of years ago, they accidentally broke the blade, and rather replace the $5 blade, they gave me a whole brand spanking new paddle fan, which I will also leave in here. Okay, then we come over here. We got the side. Of course, this is the compartment for all of your... Oops, haven't emptied that yet, have I? You got your freshwater tank and all your connections, and all that kind of good stuff. Also, if you have satellite or cable, there's a connection right there that you can put that in. Okay, and then of course your usual drain and all that kind of thing, and the electric, which is 50 amp on this unit. And then you have another slide number 2. That's actually the living room slide. All of the slides have a topper on it so that you can keep the top of your slide clean. Coming around the back, you'll see that there's a very large, wonderful picture window in the back, so wherever you park, you'll have a terrific view. And you see that ladder that is removable, that comes off, and you can put that up underneath that compartment in the front if you want. One of the extras that we got when we bought the unit was this fold down shelf, if you want to call it that. You can store things on it. You can put your you can put bicycles on there or whatever you want. Wouldn't want to put a generator, but certainly if you want to put some of your lighter items on it, you could do that. That drops down just by pulling this pin on either side that they have. Now, we put this on here just for a little extra stability. We found that was not quite stable enough, and we had that welded. These two units are actually re-welded in there, so it's pretty sturdy right now. And then slide number 3, which is the other living room slide. So when you get in, you'll see that there is lots and lots of space inside the unit. It actually turns out to be about 12 feet across in the living room area. And then here we have the entrance. Now that awning covers a 14, I think, or 16-foot awning. It's brand spanking new. We put it on in July, and we haven't even been out in this unit since then. So that's a brand new unit. Okay, now we have the steps, of course, fold up like all steps do. And what I really like about this unit is when you first come in, your control panel for everything is right here. That way you can put your slides out. Your slides are all right here. All your lights, your water switches, water pump, water heater, all that kind of stuff. Now, one thing you want to take notice of, this is the control for the Prozyne inverter. Now, most RVs have a small inverter that's a trickle charge, which means if you want to charge up your batteries, you need to do it for 6 or 7 or 8 hours. It just takes a long time. But what we did is we had them install a Prozyne system. And let me show you where the actual system lies in that same compartment where the ladder would fit. If you want to use the ladder, And that's the Prozine system. This little unit new is about $2,500, so that's a heck of an upgrade. What that means is that instead of a trickle charge of 8 to 10 amps, it goes to something like 85 to 100 amps. So it's rated at 100. It tends to do about 85, which means you can charge your entire batteries in about 2 to 2.5 hours, so that if you only have a couple of hours to run your generators or to be attached to shore power, you can get a full charge in a very short period of time. And as you can see, that's the compartment from the other side as well. Okay, I would, like I said, the awning is brand new. I'd pull it out, except I don't really have enough room to do that, but you have to take my word for that one. Okay, we actually changed the door. The original door that you get with one of these units had a little hydraulic thing there that only let the door open about halfway. I didn't like that, so we fixed it so that instead it opens full, and it has a little rubber attachment on the back that you can lock it in there. Of course, you've got your handle for getting in and out. And as I said, that's your Prozine. Okay, so that controls all of that stuff. And the awning is actually an electric awning, so that comes in and out very, very easily. This unit has something I really like that a lot of units don't, and that is a coat closet just as you come in the door. I know that's probably giving you a headache, so I'll just do it this way. So you get a nice coat closet, and then we added a couple of extra nice horse hooks there. I'm tempted to keep those, but I will leave them with the unit. And there you go. Now in here we have the bedroom and me. Hi. And what I like about this bedroom is it has a full closet. It has 3 sliding glass mirror doors that you can see. There's lots of space. There's a shelf on top. There's a space down there. It's not quite as tall as I would normally like it, but it's there. And then you have a place where you can put a TV if you like. There's actually a TV connection up there if you can see that. And then lots of space in the closet. One thing I really like about this unit is it has so much storage space in it, which is what you would expect if it's a kind of place you want to use as a living trailer, or even use it as like a summer home or something. So you have these 3 wide doors. All right, you've got this is practically a brand new mattress. We didn't even use this mattress because my husband and I have an air mattress that we like, that we take with us. So this is pretty much almost a brand new mattress, and it's extra super thick, cushiony, cushion top, really thick kind of thing. Now I also upgraded in this. All of the blinds in the bedroom are blackout blinds, which means when you put these down, when you put these down, it actually blocks out all of the light from here. And it also added drapes. The original drapes that came with this, really, they didn't close. They were designed to just frame the window, so they didn't actually close. So I changed all of the drapes out in the entire RV to drapes that actually closed, which I thought was kind of a necessary item. I'll note right now there's actually a second air conditioning unit in the bedroom. It has its own separate thermostat there, so that if you want to, you can use that. If you're someplace like in Florida and it gets really hot, or wherever, you can go ahead and have a separate unit in the bedroom. That's an upgrade. And you should also note that there is some storage space. This is a little tough to do this with one hand, but there is storage space underneath the bed as well. This is the other half of what the exterior storage was. So that's that. You can see it's got a dresser, so that the full dresser has, again, lots of drawers, lots of storage space in all of these. And when the slide out comes in, the mattress just comes right up to the drawers, so you don't lose anything. Drawers don't open up while you are traveling. Now, one thing I particularly like about this unit is it actually has a second door, a door straight from the bedroom into the bathroom, so that you don't have to go out into the hallway, you don't have to go by the front door just in case somebody's walking by. You can go straight from the bedroom into the bathroom, which is a nice feature. Now in the bathroom, here is another upgrade. When the unit, when we first got it, it didn't have a medicine cabinet over the sink. It just had a mirror, which we thought was kind of silly because that meant the only medicine cabinet you had was actually over here in this corner, which for us did not seem like enough space, but by itself. But when you add, when you add it to this extra one that we put in, now you've got some real space here. Okay, mirrors everywhere. I know I got a little carried away with the mirrors, but it makes it seem a lot bigger. But there you go. And so you have all the mirrors and lots of room for storage in there. And I've lined this all around with Velcro so that when you get ready to travel, all you got to do is give it a little push and the Velcro sticks and it doesn't go anywhere. Now the sink, the original sink that came in this was just a nasty synthetic kind of top with a plastic sink. A laminate top with a plastic sink. So what we did is we put in a Corian top and a ceramic sink with a new faucet on it, which we just liked a lot better because I don't like plastic when it comes to bathroom fixtures. Lots of space underneath there as well. Okay, the shower is naturally a big full shower. Let me open that up, and you can see it's got the sunroof, which is really nice. And lots of space in the shower. Nice corner shower. No shortage of space. Okay. And then close that up. And then I added, actually when the original unit had this covered up here, but did not have this covered down on the bottom. They just had the whole cupboard was lower, and then there was a little space of about 6 or 8 inches on the bottom, and I thought, well, that's an incredible waste of space. You can't put anything there without it falling all over the place. So we bought a new cupboard for the bottom, and we raised it up a little bit so that we had plenty of space up here. There's still a little bit of space on top. Okay, I also added this little device here just to carry some extra stuff. I put in a couple of these brackets that you can use for holding your broom and your mop or whatever. So you have plenty of space on there. I used this one as my laundry cupboard. Lots of space there, and there's a plug inside there that we cut around, so you can use the plug that's in there as well. And then just to prove to you this is a true live-in unit, strip that back and we have a Splendide washer and dryer combination. This is one of those where you can just put in a load of wash and it'll wash and then it'll dry all by itself. Just set it however you want to set it. Okay, and then I added this little curtain so that you don't have to take a look at this. I also upgraded the toilet lid to a horse style, which I would love to keep, but unfortunately does not work on the new RV that we have, so you get to keep that as well. And of course the medicine cabinet that I showed you already. Okay, and there's hooks here for hanging towels and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so now we're going to leave the bathroom out the other door, which is right by the front door, which is really nice because it's almost like a mudroom kind of thing. And you come into the living area. Okay, now to the right is the kitchen. Again, lots and lots of cupboard space. It's got cupboard space on the bottom and the drawers. One of the things I really like about this unit is this is actually one of those pull-out drawers. You can put your garbage can in, which I really like that. It's also got a little mini drawer here where you can put your, whoops, forgot to clean that out, but put your sponges and a few other things there. And then it's got a double stainless steel sink with 2 tops on it that you can use to really extend your cupboard. Not to mention just keep everything safe while you're traveling on the road. Okay, so you have that. And again, lots of cupboard space. And then another little addition that I added, which I wish I had room to keep, but I don't, and that is a wine rack. I put a little wine glass rack on here so that you can actually slide your wine glasses. We put socks around them to keep them safe while we're traveling. Okay, so we have that. Then we have over here, we've got our microwave. which is a nice, good sized microwave. It's got a storage compartment right next to it for all your spices or whatever else you want to put in there. It's a 3-burner stove and a full oven, which I have used on many occasions. It works very, very well. And that's comes with a rack and everything. It's very nice. And one of my favorite features right here is it's a pantry. It slides out. You can put all your canned goods in there again, or spices or whatever else you want to have, which makes it for really, really economical space. Okay. And then of course there's a vent there that the controls for that are in the control board panel by the entrance. We got a good sized refrigerator and freezer that works brilliantly. In fact, ice in there. I've still got it running because the new RV that I have still has, there's some parts I've had to order for that. So I still got a few things in there. Anybody want a beer? But I'm going to be getting, that'll all be cleaned out very shortly. Okay. Now take a look at this island unit. When we first got the unit, when we first bought the unit, the island unit only had, the top was only over the island part of it. And we had a dinette area over here, where you see that corner right there. Well, we didn't want to use a dinette. We wanted more space for storage and for our dogs. We do travel with a couple of dogs. So we got a new Corian top for that and had them extend it here so that, and then added a couple of stools so that it actually becomes a breakfast bar. And this big book that you see here, this is the manual on everything that's in here. Okay. So it's a nice little breakfast bar. It's on casters, so it rolls, and it rolls right when you travel. It rolls right into that space right there, next to where the dining table used to be. We didn't like the dining table because, one, it took up too much space, and two, we hardly ever use a dining table anyway, and we just thought we'd be better off with something else. So that's what we did, something else. Okay, so now going from the kitchen, we're moving this way. Now normally there in this unit there is a fold-out couch, but because we were using this as a home office and traveling and doing business all at the same time, we needed a desk. So I looked high and low until I found a desk that actually fit that space, and it turned out to be a beautiful bargain. It's a fabulous desk. It's got plenty of storage. What I like particularly about it is that this whole side right here actually opens up, and that drawer slides out. I kept my printer in there, so I didn't even have to have a printer on top of the desk. I put it right actually underneath there, and we drilled a couple of holes so that you can actually fit it in there. So you've got room for a pretty decent print. I had a 3-in-1 printer in there, so that worked pretty well. And then of course more space on the bottom, and then there's more storage over here. There's actually this is actually a Pendaflex drawer that they have on the bottom, so you can put hanging ones in there, and then just regular drawers with dividers. You can set the dividers however you want. Okay, so that's the desk office area, so it's perfect office area. There's more storage up here. I kept a lot of other things up in that area, okay, which really made it nice. Now in this room there are blinds as well, but all the blinds, they're not blackout blinds, they're actually just regular blinds, but they work just fine. Okay, and then as you can see we've got more storage up here over the top of this area, so there's plenty of storage, and that's actually one big long cupboard, so if you need to have something long you want to put in there, that works as well. Alright, and then we have a couple of chairs here. These tuck away so that when you close in your slides, you need to push them back a little bit. And they are both recliners. So you have that sort of added benefit of having a couple of recliners. Okay, so let me talk about this space right here. This, again, this, as I said, used to be a dining area. We can easily make it a dining area again if you want. We put the cupboards in there. They're just held down by their own weight. They're not screwed in or anything like that. But we like the space because what we did is we had a great big giant dog bed on there. We do tend to cater to our animals a little too much, but so, and then underneath here, and I haven't emptied these yet, but I will be doing shortly. As you can see, there's all kinds of stuff under there. We made 2 separate doors on it so that you can have lots of extra storage down here. And again, if you don't want these, I'd be happy to take them out, and you can get your own dining set to put in that area, however you want to do it. Okay. And then we have this, which I love. This is our little fireplace, and it's electric. So whenever you had, and all, you can either have light or you can also have heat as well. You can control the size of the flame that you want. You can just, it lowers down until it gets nice and disappeared. And then when you have embers, the heat is still on. You just don't have your flame anymore. So I really liked that. We had a blast with that. And it does a very efficient job of heating the room as well. Okay. And then above that is your entertainment unit. You've got your TV that comes with it. A couple of nice speakers there. And then this is a DVD player. It also accepts USB as well. And it's got AM FM radio. It's got a weather band down there. It's got kind of all the bells and whistles. Like I said, it accepts USB things. It gets headphones and all that kind of stuff, and that works. And of course everything in here works, all right? And as I said, all of these windows have both a shade and they have the drapes. We found that with the shades, if you have a light on in here, people can still see inside. And actually the windows are tinted as well, so you have even more privacy that way. Okay, so I'm going to walk around here so you can get a look at it this way, how it feels all the way around. So you can see whether if you wanted to have like a summer cottage or a winter place to stay in Florida, you can just take this whole unit with you and you've got instant second home. It's a beautiful unit. We love it. I hate to sell it. The only reason I'm selling it is because when my husband and I camp, we take our horses with us, and in the past we've always taken 2 vehicles, and he's reaching an age now where he just doesn't feel comfortable driving with the horses behind him, hauling the horses, so we have had to move down to, if you want to call it down, move down to a horse trailer, a living quarters horse trailer, so I'm in the process of transferring everything over to that, and I'm just to prove the point, here's the living quarters horse trailer that we're moving everything into, and the trailer itself is about the same size, but since half of it's dedicated to the horses and only half of it to us, then it's quite a downsize for us, but it's essential at this point in our lives. So here you go. It's a beautiful unit. We've enjoyed the heck out of it. I'm kind of sorry we got to sell it, but I don't see any other way of carrying on with what we're doing. So we want to keep horse camping. We got to do it with a different trailer. So there you go. That's our open range Journeyer. It's a 337. It's actually technically about 36 feet long, and it's got all the mod cons. You're going to love it. If you want to find out more about it, give me a call, 931-224-8140. Thank you. Bye.